Hey everybody, here's a quick video on modeling growth and decay using exponential equations. Alright, so our first example is a table where we have consecutive x values that each have matching y values. Now the first thing we would want to do is we'd want to decide if this is an exponential table. And we can find that it is an exponential table, and the way we do that is by noticing that every value doubles. When that happens, that you have exponential growth. So our growth factor would be 2 because each y value is doubling. The next problem we do, it'll be a little bit harder to see what that value is. Now, the next thing we need to find out is our initial value. And we've learned that our initial value is our y-intercept. So we're going to have to work on our table a little bit to find out that our y-intercept is 0, 2.5. That's going to give us our initial value, and we can put those together thusly for the equation. The initial value goes first, which we can remember because the initials are the first letters of our names, and the factor goes in the parentheses. Now, the factor gets its name because it's what we're multiplying by over and over again. Factor, we know, is a multiplication word, so it kind of makes sense. Let's move on to another example. So I'm going to let you start this one. The first thing you want to do is decide if it's growth or decay. Then you want to figure out the factor, and then the initial value, and then the equation. So pause the video and give that a try. Okay, here we go. So it's a little bit harder to see what the growth factor is here. If you want to calculate that, remember, you do what we call bottom divided by top. So when you have a linear function, you would do y2 minus y1. When you have an exponential function, you would do y2 divided by y1. When we do that, we find that our factor is 3.5 because each y value is 7 halves the one before it. If you divide 4 by 2 and then multiply by 7, you get 14. If you divide 14 by 2 and then multiply by 7, you get 49. The initial value is much easier in this one because we can see the y-intercept is 0, 14, and that gives us an equation of y equals 14 times 3.5 to the x. Okay, here's a summary for you. To tell how to write an equation, how to find the initial value, and how to find the growth or decay factor. All right, hope that was helpful.